So number one, the series of changes that occur during the development of a housefly is called A, growth, B, cycle, C, reparation, D, metamorphosis. So A, growth has to do with increase in the number of cells of an organism leading to increase in the body size. Cycle has to do with a sequence of events. Reparation has to do with compensation, and metamorphosis has to do with changes that leads to development in an organism. The answer is D. So question 2, compost is not an ideal choice for use as mulch because A, it's unsanitary, B, it attracts squirrels, ants, and other creatures looking for food. The nutrients are too concentrated and will kill the plant. D, the nitrogen evaporates into the air instead of the soil. Now the answer to question 2 is question 3. In which part of the monogastric digestive system does microbial digestion take place? So A, large intestine, B, rectum, C, cecum, D, esophagus. Now the large intestine is responsible for absorption of water, rectum stores undigested food, and then the esophagus is a link between the mouth and then the stomach. And the answer to question 3 is C, cecum. Question 4. Which of the following best describes why carbon cycle is said to be a repeated pattern in nature? A, it helps to maintain a balanced level of CO2 in the Earth's atmosphere. B, it makes carbon dioxide available for plants to use for photosynthesis. C, it involves carbon sequestration process. D, there's a continual exchange of carbon between the Earth and the atmosphere. The answer to question 4 is D. Now, this question looks as if everything is right, but we are trying to answer the question that has been asked. Every statement made in these options are actually true, but which one answers the question? The first one says it helps to maintain a balanced level of CO2 in the atmosphere, but the question is asking for a repeated pattern. The B says it makes carbon dioxide available for plants to use for photosynthesis. This has nothing to do with a repeated pattern. It involves carbon sequestration process. Sequestration simply means separation of carbon. So the correct answer is actually D. So let's move on to question 5. The main reason why hay is less common in tropical Africa, especially Ghana, is because the animals can forage all year round. Pastures contain abundant forage all year round. Grazing animals are only reared for ritual purposes. Grazing animals are reared under the intensive system. Now, hay is forage that most of the moisture content has been taken out. So in Ghana, we have a cycle where forage is available all year round. So the answer to question 5 is A. Question 6. The grasshopper life cycle is said to be incomplete metamorphosis because grasshopper A has both a caterpillar and a nymph in its life cycle. That's not true. The life cycle has 5 stages. That's also not true. The life cycle has 2 different stages. And then D says the life cycle has only 3 stages: adult, nymph, and egg. Now the answer to question 6 is D. The life cycle has only 3 stages. That is the adult, nymph, and egg. Why? A complete metamorphosis has pupal stage involved, and the life cycle of a grasshopper lacks the pupal stage. Question 7. A feeding relationship consists of different organisms, including maize, dog, and lion. Which trophic level is missing in the feeding relationship? When we talk about trophic level, it has to do with the feeding levels. Now, the maize here transfers energy to the dog, which is not logic because dogs do not feed on maize. So there's actually a trophic level that is missing. So the first trophic level we have here is the producer. The second trophic level is supposed to be the primary consumer. And that is what is missing because the dog will feed on the primary consumer. The primary consumer could be any organism that feeds on maize and would fit in this feeding relationship such that a dog will also feed on that primary consumer? So the answer is A. Question number 8. The system of farming that is most likely to ensure harvest different types of crops at the end of the season is. So harvesting of different types of crops at the end of the season. Monocropping, no. Mixed farming, cultivating of crops and rearing of animals, no. Mixed cropping, yes. Planting different types of crops on the same piece of land. So the answer to question 8 is C. Question 9. A patient who reports to the hospital with a gum-related disease is most likely to be suffering from periodontal disease, no. Gingivitis, yes. It's actually gingivitis. Dental caries, no. Gumosis has nothing to do with the tooth. Question 10. The part of the digestive system that does not contain digestive enzymes is the duodenum, nope. Mouth, nope. Esophagus, yes. Esophagus does not contain any digestive enzyme. Click on the image by my channel name to see more videos that